Hi, so for today's grammar lesson, we are going to focus on something called contractions. And contractions are, words, really two words that are smushed into being one word. And we do this just so we can kind of save a word, write less. It makes communication a little bit faster and easier. But at the same time, they're kind of weird words, and I've seen a lot of kids have trouble with reading them, okay, because they're just unusual. So I've got a bunch. This is not all of the contractions in the world by any means, but this is a lot of what you will see on the board. And we're just going to go through them, read them once so that you will have heard them, and talk about what they mean. Okay? So the first pattern that I have here are contractions that end with nt. And when you see that, it means whatever the base word is, sort of like a root word, and not. So aren't, are not. Aren't, are not. Can't, cannot. Couldn't, could not. Didn't, did not. Doesn't, does not. Don't, do not. Hadn't, had not. Hasn't, has not. Okay, the mail hasn't come today. He doesn't go to work on Wednesdays. That type of thing. The next pattern is contractions that end in ll. And the ll means will. And then I also threw in I'm, because it's kind of an oddball, but you see it an awful lot. So I wanted to make sure it was in there. Okay, let's go through these. She'll, she will. He'll, he will. We'll, we will. They'll, they will. I'll, I will. I'm, I am. You'll, you will. It'll, it will. Okay? I'll be happy when it's the weekend. I'm happy now, but the weekend's cool too. Okay, you'll, you will. You'll finish this work without any problem. She will get a good grade on her test. Okay? The third pattern here are contractions that end with VE. So, v. And the VE means have. So, I have, that it's not like I have $3. It's like I have been. I have done this. You have. You have seen that movie? We have, they have, would have. I would have gone if I knew it was happening, right? Could have. Oh, I could have helped you with that, but I didn't know. Should have. Oh, you should have asked. Might have. Okay? So, VE means have, has been smushed. Now, the last pattern are contractions that end in D, and it means would. If you just look at it, it might look like did, like I did, I'd, but that's not what it means. It means would. I would. I'd like a piece of pizza. I would like a piece of pizza. Okay? I would, you'd, you would, we would, they would. So, quick review. NT means not. Don't, do not. L means will. I will. I'll let you know tomorrow. Okay? VE, have, and not like I have one. It's something you have done. It's a past experience. Okay? They have been to Europe. I haven't. I would like to go. It's not fair. Okay? I would like to go to Europe. Someday, maybe. We'll see. I'm not sure. Europe or Hawaii? I would. Okay, so those end in D. The D means would. Contractions. Fun times.